Okay, here we are. Oh yeah, so for the jazz. Monochrome clock. Amako-san, could you turn that off? Oops, my bad. You don't like game sucking? I'm just not in the mood. Amako-san turned his radio off. The world of cheery sounds was immediately swallowed up by the roar of the sea and blotted out by the ocean's grey. Can you see it? Over there where the harbor was at the time. The boat captain pointed, but I couldn't really recall the scene of 12 years ago. I thought I should be able to immediately remember how things had been at that time, but no memories came back to me. After that incident, the island was sealed off and left to the wind. I couldn't satisfy myself with the thought that this was just inevitable, and it felt sad and painful for some reason. But I at least remember one thing. You might say that it'll probably be the same anywhere on the sea, but I remember at least one thing. The cries of the seagulls. I do remember those. Somewhat of a snooze fest for the next 3 chapters. Oh, brother. When I was young, I rarely went to the ocean. So everything that symbolized the ocean meant Ronkenjima and a family gathering to me. The what? Say that again? Taking me away from my gaze for this. I mean, you should be used to it. I do that all the time. The craze. In short, it was a symbol for the happiness of going out with my family. However, at this point in time, it seems doubtful whether that even was happiness. In my younger days, the trip had felt like a relaxed family vacation, but considering my parents' situation at the time, it was surely a very difficult trip to handle, with the distribution of the inheritance filling the place with a smell of gunpowder. I can remember giggling all over the place, completely ignorant of my parents' feelings. Ronkenjima, the place of all beginnings and the end of the line for all journeys. Amako-san, in an attempt to speak from my innermost feelings, tried to sound cool. The boat slowly rounded the island. I hoped that viewing it at a different angle might bring back my memories of the island silhouette at the time just a little. But in the end, even when that inland was hidden completely by cliffs, I wasn't able to remember anything. Captain, please tell me about the other harbor you mentioned. Sure. Ronkenjima supposedly has only one harbor, but that's only for public appearances. On the back of the island, there's another hidden harbor. And that's the hidden harbor that Butler used to escape the island. I solved everything. Like Ronkenjima itself. It has a second face which no one knows about. Ronkenjima is an island owned by the Ushinomiya family, but it has another face as an island owned by Kinzo-san personally. So this island has 2 harbors and 2 mansions. He sure has been a lot just to keep a mistress. Who knew about this other harbor? Very few. Kinzo-san, the butler Genji-san, those of us involved with the boats, and a very few number of the older servants. Both the previous owner of the Nanjo Clinic and that Kumasawa Ba-san knew. Naming them off like this makes it sound like there were quite a few, but basically, there was a small number of people who knew. Please, tell me about the other mansion. I was only ever told that there was a mansion called Kuwadorian. Since I wasn't allowed to leave the boat, I never saw it, not even once. So it was far enough away that you couldn't see it from the harbor? I don't know. But it was a hidden mansion after all. It was probably built where you couldn't see it from the outside. Why he copying Maria Ush? Ignoring. Anyway, Kuwadorian was the biggest secret of the island. There's a theory that Beatriz lived in Quadorian, or else was confined there. What do you think, Captain? I did sometimes carry miscellaneous goods to Quadorian, and that included a lot of stuff that only women would use, and expensive stuff at that. I'm also convinced that theory is true. So does that mean you never saw Beatriz directly, Captain? Nope. Came and went for about 20 years, and I never saw her once. 20 years? Whew, that means she was at least 20 plus. Good maths. Yeah, that's correct. Looks like she was in some Mademoiselle. But one day, bang. All coming and going to and from Quadorian suddenly stopped. That was about 30 years ago. So around Showa 43, 1968, I think. Okay. A streamer that ignores chatter is not a very good stream. What are you... I despise the way you're talking right now. Bang? You mean suddenly? We came to the hidden side on a set schedule to carry food and trash back and forth. Wait. The loser flags are here. Crap. Wait. Where would I be able to check? Could someone tell me? Wait, no, maybe I have it in my Discord. Wait. Just stay still. Freeze. Wait a second. Where is it? I hope I wrote it somewhere. Otherwise I'll ask. I didn't write the year? Oh no, okay, so crap, 1 second, VRV. Someone's calling. I'm back. Sorry for that. Someone was calling on my phone and I had to answer. Okay, where was I? Right. Wait. Okay, so I have it here. 1986 is where the Ronkenjima stuff happens. 86. And no, I don't think I'm gonna discover anything with this. That's 68. 86. 68. I don't know. That's 18 years, but Shannon is younger than 18. I was thinking that like they stopped coming once Saya was born, but she isn't 18 years old. Yeah, nothing was discovered. That was all a waste of time. My bad, gang, my bad. We came to the hidden side on the set schedule to carry food and trash back and forth. Ah, right, the hidden side, what we call the harbor linked to Kuwadorian. I get it. So then? One day, we get an urgent message from Genji-san. He said that until we heard differently, there was no need for us to go to the hidden side anymore. And what did you hear differently? Not really. Long story short, one day I was suddenly told they wouldn't need regular service at the hidden side anymore, and that I didn't have to take food there either. At first I thought I was being fired, but I quickly figured it out. Going by the reactions of the servants who knew of Kuwadorian, I managed to guess somehow. Beatrice died, and there was no longer any need to take food to people to care for her. So that was the Beatrice that Rosa saw. So, like, Saya was like 16 or 17, right? I think 16. If anything, she's 15 or 16. So she was born like a year or two after this Beatrice died. The Rosa Beatrice died. That makes sense. That's what I think. From that point on, I was never told to take a boat to the hidden side. However, after that, Genji-san came to see me face to face and got pushy, strongly urging me never to speak of anything related to the hidden side until I died. So, if that hidden mansion was abandoned for 24 years, why was Aunt Eva there? On that day 12 years ago, Ushiromiya Eva somehow escaped harm alone in a hidden mansion 2 kilometers away from the mansion. Why was she in the hidden mansion that had been forgotten for 20 years? I saw it on talk shows. Even I don't have a clue what happened. Not once did I guide Eva-san to the hidden side. I have no idea how or why she knew about or reached Kuwadorian. I wonder if it was possible to reach this hidden Kuwadorian by land. If, as we heard, the forest was dense and uncultivated, I seriously doubt a well-dressed lady person to be able to bush crash it. So what about by sea? Maybe there was a motorboat or something. Are you kidding? That 2-nighter typhoon was awful. No way you could have used a boat. So what if there was an underground passage or something between the mansion and Kuwadorian? Wouldn't it have been a pain to have a charter a boat every time you wanted to visit this mistress's house? You mean a tunnel long enough to connect mansions on opposite sides of a 2-kilometer island like Ronkenjima? Well, I'd like to laugh at the thought, but this rich guy made a whole hidden mansion for his mistress. Guess I can't deny the possibility. What do you think, Captain? I'm a man of the sea. I don't know about holes, but the Japanese military dug a 25-kilometer tunnel on Iwo Jima. Wouldn't surprise me if that Kinso-san could dig at least 2 kilometers.
There really is something wrong with this island. Even now, not one of us really knows a thing about it.
The boat reached the shore. They would have to walk a short ways to reach the mansion. I'll wait here. The mansion's that way. The path from back then's probably still there, but I bet it's covered with plants. Make sure you don't get lost.
Right, let's go. Thanks for everything, Hamaku-san. You wait here too.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
I'm just delivering something. It'll be troublesome for them if you come too. I imagine your toxin is strong.
Toxin?
I'll be back soon. Today our main goal is Kuwadorian. After I deliver this, I'll come right back.
Ange put on her knapsack holding the flowers she would offer. Give her some space, young'un. See you soon, little lady. Your family's watching for you. I had never been on a road like this, but I had no trouble finding my way. If I walked straight ahead, it would probably guide me to the final destination for everything. It was true that the vegetation was incredibly thick, and if I didn't pay attention, I would lose track of my path. But the road that was left was much clearer than I guessed it would be. Still, that didn't change the fact that it was a bad road. Contrary to the distance shown on the map, I was forced to walk a long way. The forest was deep and dark. At the time, I had been threatened into staying away from the forest because a witch lived there. Of course, that fear is gone now, but I feel it. Because I was me. I could feel the pressure, like an aura, of the golden witch Beatrice. Here and there were massive fallen lumps of rock along with overgrown trees and ivy, and the voices of birds and bugs. Yeah, I feel it. I feel that the witch is here. Ahead, an ivy-covered construction site fence and warning sign stood. No entry, Tokyo Metropolis. That was written on it. Yeah, that's right. When you think Tokyo, you tend to think of a city. But Ronkenjima is also located within the Tokyo Metropolis. Apologizing to the sign for my rude mistake, I climbed the fence. When I crossed the steep slope beyond that, my field of vision rapidly expanded, and a fresh sea breeze blew through my hair. Well, wait, I have a ping? From Tomato-lan. From Other Games Media. From Muro. That copy's streaming right now. Okay, we're back. It was like the top of a little hill. Below me was a vast view of the island. I could only see desolated forest and rock walls spread out below me, but I realized that the mansion was probably somewhere around there. The steep downward slope beyond this hill had probably been caused by earth and rocks collapsing from 12 years of wind and rain. It had become a slant field. It had become a slant filled with crags that you might even call gentle cliffs, and it would be easy to tumble down, though it looked like climbing back would be pretty difficult. In any event, it seemed that proceeding any further would be impossible. If I continued any further, I wouldn't be able to return. In other words, this is the border. This place is 1986 and 1998, and it is that day and today, the boundary between this world and Nirvana. This post is this journey's final destination, it seems. And the strong winds blew Maimon's and Sakutaro's hair. They looked down from the hilltop. From here, I can't really tell. Where's the mansion? Let's get closer.
Ryu, that's impossible. You won't be able to come back.
You won't be able to come back. The LeBron James of suicide is gonna strike again. Is that it? I see. This is 1998. and I am the Ushiromiya Ange who has been left all alone. At first, this was a journey to die, but not anymore. It has become a journey to accomplish something. Yeah. So, I'm sorry, you two. Although as I was back then on that day, I would have gone down that cliff without any hesitation. Come on, this is pretty lame for the skyscraper jumping Ushiromiya Ange. Sorry.
This place is as good as any. After all, you can feel the wind of the sky of that day.
Was the wind really like this?
Yeah, very soon they will come. Everyone.
Sakutaro said it as though it was completely natural, and I believed it. Mom, Dad, Oni-chan, all of my relatives and those fun servants, and Maria Oni-chan. It's me. It's Ange. I've come back. When I started my journey to expose the past of 12 years ago, my goal had been abstract and I hadn't noticed. But now I have no doubts. This journey was induced by several thoughts and fates over 12 years. A journey to reach an end for me, Ushiromiya Ange. And a journey reach an end to the last witch of mariachi sorcery. I came here as the last daughter of the Ushiromiya family, and as the last witch. Dad? Mom? Oni-chan? Sorry. Let me greet Maria Oni-chan first. A strong tailwind urged me on. That tailwind took just my soul out from inside my body to the vast forest beneath me. And though from here on I couldn't see, I believe that it flew me to the mansion of that day, to where everyone was, to where Maria Oni-chan was. And so, even though my body was on the top of a hill, a strong wind blowing against me, my soul was now certainly dancing through that sky. The vast, vast sky of Ronkejima. Below me was the great green of many trees, but I understand. I can comprehend the presences of my family and relatives and all the servants, and Maria Oni-chan too. I could even comprehend Maria Oni-chan as a witch. It was vast, more so than any vast space I had imagined up until now. Maria Oni-chan, can you hear me? Listen! Angie called out to the Maria of that day. She told her of the long journey she'd undergone, of her long-delayed realization of just how much she'd wounded Maria in her youth. She understood magic, and now understood everything about the world Maria had wanted to show her, and it was very warm, overflowing with love and happiness. She wanted to become even happier by sharing that world, but I trampled it. So now I finally understand everything. I understand magic. Our magic is surely very faint and fills the space besides us, but it isn't something that anyone can see with their eyes. Magic is... Yes, I can say it clearly. Without love, it cannot be seen. Sorry, Oni-chan. I've already been excommunicated from the Alliance of Witches, but now I understand how wonderful it is. And I know that after the day I wounded you, mariachi sorcery was transfigured into something different from what you truly desired. Even the magic that spat anger by cursing people was probably important to Oni-chan in those days. Oni-chan's environment was sad enough to permit that. But now, those sad days are over. So, let's return to Oni-chan's Alliance of Witches, back to the original mariachi sorcery. The grimoire was in my hands before I realized it. The strong winds were rapidly blowing its pages one after another. That world had been kind in the beginning. How could you give birth to magic that would make candy fall from the sky? That too. No, not the time. How could you give birth to magic that would make tomorrow's dinner scream croquette? How could you give birth to magic that would make the weather good when you went out the next day, making your whole day fun? New spells of happiness were created one after another, coloring her world with kindness. Those days were flipped through one after another, and months began to flash by. The pages with drawings that had once been colorful gradually began to change into the color of black ink, eerie magic circles and demon summonings, evil magic for harming people. How could you give birth to magic that would cause the class bully to catch a cold? How could you give birth to magic that would seriously injure someone in class so that they died? How could you give birth to magic that would cause a bus loaded with all the bullies to fall off a cliff? Malicious spells were created one after another, burying the pages in her heart. Because I heard One-chan, Maria's sorcery ended up like this. One-chan isn't a black evil witch. She was a white, pure, innocent, kind witch. I'll return it to how it was. I'll bring back the original Maria One-chan. The one who scattered magic to make people happy across the entire world. That's the reason I came here. I was guided by fate. Maria One-chan, can you hear me? Show yourself before me! That voice rode an even stronger wind and was sent 12 years into the past. Then, that wind gradually ceased and silence fell. Crunch, crunch. I could hear the sound of gravel being stepped on. I listened to those footsteps, surprised at this miracle. Without a doubt, those were Maria One-chan's footsteps. Maria One-chan! This is so buns, bro. This is so buns. It's Kasumi. Looks like I finally found you, Ange-chan. Before I knew it, Aunt Kasumi and her black suits, a total of 7 people who didn't resemble Maria One-chan in the slightest, were standing there surrounding me. And I felt like my voice had been just about to reach Maria One-chan too. Because of those guys' toxin, that magic was cut off. Angie clicked her tongue at that, but Kasumi probably didn't hear it that way. Are those flowers for your deceased family? How admirable. You're going to throw them, right? Go ahead. We'll wait that long. Just what are you waiting for? But Angie could more or less guess. So, okay, so now she's gonna be forced to jump and go to, yeah, whatever, I get it. The way the black suits unnaturally stuck their hands into their pockets clearly brought to mind the likelihood that they had handguns. This is a deserted island. There could be no more convenient place to dispose of someone. I have absolutely no interest in the family matters of the Sumadera family. But if I die, all that wealth will go to them. Unlike me, they're probably very interested and concerned about this matter. Of course, it seems that if the massive amount of stock I own suddenly go to them, it'll be pretty bad for the Ushiramiya group as well. And they're apparently having a secret feud fighting over me by all by themselves. That's probably why President Okunogi gave me Amakusa as a guard. Having Amakusa wait on the boat was a regrettable mistake. Aunt Kasumi, how long have you been waiting for this ambush? Since early morning. Thanks to that, I'm completely tired of waiting. After all, there are no cafes or dressing rooms here. No toilets either, so I guess you had to elegantly drop a load behind a tree. God. A lady with half Sumadera blood flowing through her veins would not use such filthy words. You really are Sumadera Kaere's child. Not a trace of grace. She grabbed me by the hair and forced my face up to hers, and then spat at me. My words might be filthy, but there are no worse than her spit. Every time you talk to me on Kazuhi, it's always about Mom. Am I really that much like my mother?
Yes, you are. That impertinent gaze. Your mouth and nose are the same too. Freewheeling and irresponsible. You thought nothing of the long history and tradition of the Sumadera family and selfishly flew out of the house. Thanks to that, my entire life has been devoted to cleaning up your mess.
I guess your life really has been covered with crap. When I was slapped on the cheek, my ear was smashed, and for an instant my head rang. My hair was pulled, spinning me around, and I fell to the ground. And in a flash, the ground was kicked and I was struck with sand.
Yes, you truly are like Nea-san. That gaze like you're mocking me somehow. Yes, I remember so many things.
You're a sad person. I'll bet that since you were young, you always got compared to Mom and scorned. And for your entire life, you'll never be released from that wretchedness.
A little girl like you couldn't possibly understand. You see, your mother is a loser who threw everything away and ran away from the Sumadera family, right? Do you know how much trouble I went through because of that loser?
Any trouble you went through has nothing to do with me. Sorry, but what am I supposed to do about something that happened before I was born? When will your life begin? That never will. For all eternity, you will always continue to be sneered at by my dead mother until you die. If only you'd just die. Why are you living?
You little piss! You all make her some tea.
Leave it to us. You big-mouthed shitty brat. Let us teach you all a little lesson.
The black suits dashed up to me, violently grabbed me by the nape of the neck and dragged me down. Do whatever you want to her until my break is over. Teach my cute niece her place. Sumadera Kasumi. When I think about it, she was a pitiable person. To the outside world, women of the Sumadera family were trained to be in a position that supported and deferred to men. But in actuality, strong leadership was required from them so that they could manage all the common people. The role demanded of them really was that of a female commander, like a literal reading of the word okami. Managing the Sumadera family with all its traditions was not something that could be accomplished by just an ordinary level of dignity. It was an unimaginably heavy responsibility. Normally, this would have been demanded of Kairi. Kairi had undergone this harsh training, and Kasumi, as the youngest sister, should have been able to take it easy. No, on the contrary, she had lived like a lazy, selfish yet affluent princess, sneering at Kairi, who had been given the heavy responsibility. However, Kairi had suddenly been disinherited. Excuse me. She had refused the fiancé her parents had arranged and had gotten pregnant by her lover, Ushiramiya Rudolph. From the Sumadera's perspective, even though the Ushiramiya family held a vast fortune, it was a low-level family that had already collapsed. And to become not even a legal wife, but a mistress of the second son of the family, normally a daughter of the main family would be shown no mercy for such dishonor. They would wrap her up in a mat, place a pole on end, and throw her either into the Pacific Ocean if the pole fell to the right, or the Sea of Japan if it fell to the left. But Kairi's punishment ended with disinheritance, an unbelievably worn-hearted decision. After that, the Sumadera family began receiving favorable treatment from a section of the Ushiramiya group. There must have been some kind of backroom deal. In other words, Kairi openly left the Sumadera family under the pretense of gaining financial support from the Ushiramiya family. Kasumi had watched it happen in shock. No, she even disparaged her dishonorable sister as a loser, but eventually she realized that the heavy responsibilities Kairi had borne would be passed on to her, and then for the first time she saw that she'd been outwitted.
Because of your mother, my life was ruined. No, you could even say she killed me once. On that day, I was killed once and thrown into a hellish life.
Isn't that what you get for making light of life until then?
Don't you ever stop talking, girl. Yeah!
The black suit punched me in the gut and I doubled over, but I was quickly grabbed by the nape of the neck and made to stand up again. Kasumi cold-heartedly looked down at me, smoking a cigarette. The painful days that the Kairi had left were floating through her mind. Until then, she had been allowed to be a simple lady, freewheeling and naive. Only the older sister Kairi had been harshly trained, and she, the younger sister, had been able to live as nothing more than a princess. Then suddenly everything got flipped over and her life came crashing down. My lifestyle, and the way I lived were all stolen from me. Do you know how much I was derided by those relatives who didn't know the details, all because of my sister's dishonor? I detested her. I detested your mother enough to make me spit blood. Glad to hear it. Keep up the good work. A kick landed in Ange's side as she crawled on the ground. Ange didn't stand up again, so she continued to lie there like a caterpillar as she was kicked each time she spoke up. I saw Ness-san at the Ushinomiya group party once. She was with her husband, looking very happy and laughing. She pushed everything onto me and found happiness only for herself. So what? I was taking it out on me going to make you happy. Will taking it out on me turn back time and change history or something? You said something a short while ago. When will my life start? No matter how much I despise you or take out my frustrations on you, I can't turn back time. So must I keep hating my sister even though she's gone until I die? You've got to be kidding me. How long will I have to be tormented by my sister's ghost? So I thought of something. If I could accomplish one thing, I'd be able to forget all of my hatred and start over. Ange was about to lash back out at her but stopped, because she'd be kicked again if she responded. Even if Kasumi didn't say any more, Ange had a pretty good idea what she meant. Kasumi thought that by taking revenge against Kairi's daughter Ange, she'd be able to put an end to her hatred. Talk about pushing your problems onto other people. Come on, stand up. If you'd like this island that much, I'll bury you deep in it. You don't want to die at your age, right? Don't you feel like saying sorry my mother caused you so much trouble or something? You say something like that? Angie! Angie-sama, no! You mustn't provoke them! You should at least make it seem like you're going along with them so you can buy some time! They do say you should throw your foolish pride out with the garbage. Oh, what about Amakusa-san? If Amakusa-san comes, I'm sure. It's no use, I can't see him. You idiot, Anji-sama! Why did you leave Amakusa behind? I didn't need Mayman to tell me. I was seriously regretting it already. I walked a long way. The forest was very thick. I've got no doubt the signs of activity here won't reach the boat. During the time it took for Kasumi to finish casually smoking a whole cigarette, I was continuously tormented by the black suit as she had told them to. The moment I grabbed at my head, my scalp was kicked by someone at a bad angle and my head was filled with stars. The feeling of stars flickering in my grey, twisted world was one I remembered clearly. My life was very similar to the one Sumadera Kasumi led. After all, as a successor of the Ushinomiya family, I was tormented constantly with various kinds of bullying under the guise of education and training. Yes, having the inside of my head filled with stars like this is a feeling I know well. When being reprimanded for some error in manners I seem to have made, the discussion always turned to whether I was fitting to be the successor or not. On and on about the honor of the Ushinomiya family and how deep that was. By the time the conversation reached that point, I'd forgot what mistake I was being blamed for in the first place. No, in fact, it was the same for Aunt Eva. After all, sometimes she asked herself, what was it again? But in the end, she wouldn't be able to remember and would say something like, if I'm angry, it must be your fault, Angie. The fact that you're at fault is what matters, so who cares if I can't remember what it was you did? There'd be some ridiculous reasoning like that, and then she'd keep on punishing me. Yes, Aunt Eva's punishment wasn't something that would continue until I learned something or acknowledged my mistake or apologized. It would continue until Aunt Eva wanted to stop. So this violence was a bit nostalgic in a way that made me want to vomit. I opened my eyes and look, there's Aunt Eva. Right next to Kasumi, who's smoking a cigarette. I can see Aunt Eva almost as though the two of them are laughing together. When I think about it, even Aunt Eva's life might be a thing worthy of my sympathy. The responsibility and pressure of being a member of the Ushiromiya family, which she often mentioned to me, had probably caused her great pain. After all, people can make insults that they've never been the targets of themselves. It was probably the same for Aunt Rosa as well. As the youngest child of the Honorable Ushiromiya family, she must have gone through many rough times. So it was just like what Aunt Eva did to me. Just like what Sumadera Kasumi is doing now. Aunt Rosa must have been the same. People tend to push the pain they're burdened with onto other people. Otherwise, they can never escape from that pain. And so, on, in eternity and perpetuity, the chain of pain and sadness does not end. That is the reason Maria One-chan's magic was so incredible. With her magic, she didn't have to bear the pain caused by Aunt Rosa. The pain probably was pushed onto her. It was weight probably tormented her. But One-chan didn't carry that burden on by her own shoulders. She purified it and filled her world with happiness. So I'm sure if Maria One-chan had children in the future, she probably wouldn't have pushed the pain that had been forced onto her children. That chain of pain and sadness that stretched back for who knows how long, which she couldn't understand and which she had inherited, which had been forced onto her, Maria One-chan cut it with her magic. What's wrong? Got a bone to pick with me? In the past, I would have stepped back. I would have met her hatred with hatred so that they cancelled each other out. No, nothing got cancelled out. The thing being forced on me ended up right there on my shoulders. Just like how even now I hate her. So now that I know of magic, I'll look at the human called Ushiromiya Eva again. What I could see through to was a sad human form, no different from me, who had lost her family and who bore deep wounds in her heart. Unable to withstand the pain of that torn heart, she was doing nothing more than howl sadly, like a lion crying in pain, like a child. Even Ushiromiya Eva was someone I should have felt compassion for. She needed someone to understand the difficulties and pain of her childhood years. Even she, who was the only survivor of the Ronkenshima crime, who was faced with the curiosity of all society, who was publicly slandered and forced to have salt continuously flung into her wound, had needed someone's compassion. In order to let Eva forget her pain and sadness at least a little, the Black Witch taught her magic just like the times it had possessed Aunt Rosa. It was the same magic of anger and sadness that Beatriz had taught Maria One-chan when she was mourning for her torn friend Sakutaro. That same magic that witch had probably dwelled inside Aunt Rosa too. So I mustn't hate Ushiromiya Eva. Maybe I should have become her ally, as the only person in the world who could understand her. What did I say to her when I was young that she returned alive all alone? When she returned alive all alone? Could it be that I acted as though she killed my family and returned on her own? I can't believe it. Aunt Eva, who has never been more than an object of and a synonym for hatred throughout my life, is turning into a human I can understand. So, I can see right next to Aunt Eva, the form of the Black Witch who taught her the black magic. I miss you so much. Aunt Eva was crying. It was only natural. Not only was no one willing to understand the pain of losing her husband and son at once, but her only relative had insulted her, saying, "Give me back my mom and dad." I can make the excuse that I was merciless because of my youth. However, to her at that time, it had probably been cruel enough to sever the last thread in her heart. In the following days, the talk shows and magazine publicly slandered her. The truth of her husband's business and character, and even her beloved son, were negated. She no longer had anything left. She could do nothing but cry and howl, trying to forget the pain and sadness at least for a while. After all, she could only feel a tiny bit of release, and only during the time that she howled. And so, the Black Witch taught her how to howl. The one I hated was the Black Witch. Black magic can probably release one from that pain for an instant. However, it will never lift that weight from a person's shoulders. On the contrary, it forces that weight onto further victims, filling the world out with hatred. If only Aunt Eva knew of the white magic and had a true witch nearby. Shouldn't that have been me? Did I learn the magic to create happiness from Maria One-chan? If I taught her with that magic, could we have built a future with a completely different relationship? Up until now, I've hated Aunt Eva constantly, so I didn't notice the Black Witch beside her. Without love, it cannot be seen. I didn't have any love for her. So now finally, I'll glare at that Black Witch, the one I truly should hate. I missed you so much! Ooh, lock in. Let me sit up. Let me connect my charger right now so it doesn't die whenever she's speaking. Eva Beatriz is speaking. Learn to sit back and listen. Alright. I'm plugged in. I'm sat. What am I pulling? Target.
Oh, what's this? You can see me.
I see you. The one I should have hated wasn't Aunt Eva. It's you.
Wow, awesome! To think that a lowly human could see a witch like me. So, are you trying to say something with that glare? Do you hate me?
Hate? Yes, I do. But that's not quite right. That's not quite it. I just think you're sad.
Sad? What are you saying? Come on, go ahead. Why not hate me as much as you want?
I won't hate. Hating you means I'm doing nothing more than inheriting Aunt Eva's hatred. I'll put a stop to hatred. I'll accept Aunt Eva's pain, purify it, and throw it away.
What kind of epiphany do you think you've had? Is your head alright? Seriously, if only you just give up and die! You guys kick her more and more, okay? Not her face, though, cause it'll be boring if her pitiful face got any better.
The black suits persistently kicked my stomach and back, as though they had been ordered to by the Black Witch. My, are you still not suffering after all that? You must keep staring right at me. You keep staring right at me. Do you hate me? I'll bet you do. Same here. Kasumi sneered at me, but for some reason I had the feeling that she was crying behind that expression. Just like me, the pain of being forced into an unreasonable life would never, ever heal. The sad lion, gasping in pain from the thorn he can't get out, continues to howl.
Hey, Sumadera Kasumi, take a look. Over there, it's you as you used to be. Don't you feel better now? You used to be standing there, but now you're on this side, right? Isn't it great? Don't you like having the roles switched?
Yes, it truly does feel great. How can you make that kind of face, Angie? Go on and cry. You want to, right?
Yes, of course she wants to cry. Make her cry. Didn't someone make you cry back then? So make her cry too. You too, Angie. If only you just break down and cry.
Cry, Angie. I want to see your crying face. Cry and try saying I'm sorry, Aunt Kasumi.
Yes, make her say those words. Aren't those words painful? Isn't being made to apologize for something that isn't your fault just the worst pain? Make her feel the same way. By doing that, you can relieve your pain. Yes, that's it. Be a little more honest with yourself, okay? If only you just let your emotions run free more and more and more.
The Black Witch provoked Kasumi, and Kasumi began to give herself over to the dark emotion by turning deep sadness to an evil alcohol and forcing it down, trying to forget it for just an instant. Nothing would change. The words Kasumi insulted me with were themselves sad. And I couldn't forgive the Black Witch who had imposed that sadness on Kasumi. I had gone limp, which seemed to have stopped the black suit's kicking competition, or maybe the kicksters were getting tired too. Kasumi didn't order them to stop, but at some point they did. However, I was reflected in Kasumi's eyes and they burned me with the flames of hatred. She had been tempted by the witch to do that in order to relieve her own pain.
Sumadera Kasumi, you aren't done yet. You've got much more trembling to do, right? Can you forgive what happened to your entire life with just a little violence?
I can't. I still can't forgive her with just this.
Right? There's no way you can forgive her. Do it more of the flames of hatred. Nothing can warm you except the fires of hate. After being frozen in the snowfield of anger and sadness, the only flame that can warm you is hatred. Say it, okay? Scream it. If only you just burn yourself to ashes with a roar of hate.
Shiromi Angie! I cannot live without hating you.
Sumadera Kasumi, look at that bundle of flowers. Those flowers are for your dead family, right, Angie?
The Black Witch grinned at me unpleasantly, using her chin to signal Kasumi to pick it up. Kasumi picked up the flowers I was about to offer, brought them all the way over me, dropped them, and made a show of trampling them. Her expression was filled with hatred and a frantic quality that couldn't be explained with hatred alone. She trampled them over and over again as though her sadness was reaching the bursting point, so the sound of her trampling, it was just sad.
Oh, still not suffering yet. Then what about this? Sumadera Kasumi, use this!
The Grimoire! No! No! Not that! The object the Black Witch pointed at was Maria One-chan's grimoire. Kasumi also noticed that and picked up that book, which was heavier than it looked. What's this?
Why not read it? You might fall over laughing, okay?
Kasumi opened the grimoire, skimmed over the contents and snorted derisively. Ruby, he can't hear me no more. Give it back! That's One-chan's! Of course my hand couldn't reach. My stomach was once again kicked by the black suits and I doubled over.
See? This book's really important to Angie, right? Gotta belittle the things that are important to her, okay? That'll work better than punching or kicking for a girl like her. You know that better than anyone, don't you?
As though remembering something painful, Kasumi's face twisted for an instant. But that quickly disappeared, changing into a scornful smile directed at me. Oh, what a creepy book. Did you write this? Stop it. Give it back.
Look at that face! Belittle it more! Belittle it more! Teach her the pain of having your dignity trampled. That's the only way to soften your own pain.
What's with this embarrassing book? I'll admit, I did have a little interest in fortune telling as a girl. But isn't this going a bit too far? Magic? Ew. You're one of those, aren't you? It's like in those cartoons where a girl says that something spell and transforms into a witch, right? You like those, don't you? How pathetic. Cackling, Kasumi opened to a random page showed it to the black suits. The black suits looked too and guffawed. The sneer didn't wound me, but I couldn't forgive it. After all, that sneer was ridiculing Maria One-chan. I don't hate Kasumi, but for forcing that unhealing anger and sadness on Kasumi, I couldn't forgive the Black Witch. That Black Witch ate into Aunt Eva, Sumadera Kasumi, and Aunt Rosa, tormenting them for an eternity without letting their wounds be healed. I can't forgive her. I can't forgive the Black Witch. Wow, this is just great! Magic for making candy fall from the sky, you say? What's this? Sprinkle water cleansed by the sun with sugar, stick the magic staff in, and then an incantation. What the hell? It hurts. The black suits were also rolling around guffawing. Then grinning, the Black Witch whispered something into Kasumi's ear. After glaring at me with a grin, Kasumi took the page. Kasumi grabbed hold of that page, tore it off, crumpled it up, and threw it away.
That's so cruel. That was Maria's magic. Oh, really? How sad!
It was one of the spells to summon happiness that Maria had made with Sakutaro. Anyone who knows that making sugar water, coloring it, leaving it by the window isn't going to make candy from the sky, but after repeating that every day, one time on her way home from school, she had found several pieces of candy scattered around. How happy must that miracle have made Maria One-chan? Didn't she treasure that candy, eating it during her night alone with Sakutaro to distance herself from her loneliness? That magic which One-chan had created, had been torn and thrown away and had disappeared. The whole miracle of happiness that magic had given birth to had been torn and thrown away. Oh, this part's great too! Magic to make tonight's dinner cream croquette! What's next? Magic to make bell peppers taste good? That's not bad either! So stupid!
Tear that too! If only you just tear it out more and more!
With a brutal loud laugh, the Black Witch made Maria One-chan's spells get torn out one after another. She sneered at that happy magic, tore it apart and threw it away. Stop it! Stop it! Don't defile Lady Maria's magic! Don't defile it with your filthy toxin! Mayman cried and yelled, but she had no way of reaching Kasumi.
Come on, why not defile it? Miracles of magic? Magic to bring happiness? No way, nothing like that exists. Don't you know that you can't heal pain and sadness without pushing it onto someone else? Hey, you also had those magic friend things, right? Sumatera Kasumi, open to that page.
What's this? Magic friends? The Seven Sisters of Purgatory? What a creepy name! It says that they can fly at awesome speeds and finish off the enemy. Angie, if you can use this kind of magic, shouldn't you use it right now? How foolish! The page that wrote of the Seven Sisters of Purgatory was also heartlessly torn away. The page itself was just paper. It wasn't Maymon's vessel or anything. But the tearing, denying toxin burned Maymon from the inside. Maymon's face twisted from that heat and pain.
Are you okay, Maymon? Hold on.
This much is no problem. It's not me, but Angie-sama who's in pain. However, Maymon's expression was twisted with unbearable anguish and humiliation.
Hey, stop it, Black Witch! Why are you doing something like this? Why can't you use magic for happiness? Oh, you're a magic friend too, right? I'll defile you too. Sumadera Kasumi, look for this guy's page too, okay?
What's this one? What's with this creepy scribble of a lion? Sakutaro? What a weird name! My best friend, it says. Really? This is your friend? A close friend? This lioness? Is it? Is it?
It really is a creepy scribble. This ugly lion is totally you. To think she had something like this as a friend, that Ushinomiya Maria kid's mind is so pathetic, it's embarrassing. What a joke. She's like a moron. If only she'd just give up and die. Oh, you. Don't make fun of Maria.
Stop it. Don't break it.
No way!
There was a shrill sound. The pages had been filthily ripped out. The picture of Sakutaro that One-chan had drawn was violently ripped in half.
I'm strong. I'm strong. I am strong.
What a creepy picture!
You all laughed too, okay? A pair of the blacksmiths laughed vulgarly and heartlessly trampled the two halves that had been torn and thrown away.
Sakutaro, hang in there. I am not sad. I just can't stand it. I can't stand it. Maria's being made fun of. And I can't do anything about it.
To the humans who can see us, it's as though we don't exist. We can only interact with humans that need us. That's why we're furniture. As Sakutaro and Maymon supported each other, they crouched down, sobbing. I couldn't stand it either. Those who can't see how wondrous the world of magic is can't understand it. You can't explain to humans who can't understand, so it gets belittled. If you could show them it, but you can't. Because in front of humans who are filled with the magic-resistant toxin and who can't understand magic, magic cannot be seen. I really don't get it. From this delusional diary, I've got to assume that something's wrong with your head. It really is fun to take a peek into your mind. You creepy child.
Both you and Maria, and that stuffed animal and the furniture over there too, right?
I could laugh. You don't have any friends, do you? You're always all alone, so stuffed animals are your friends. What a pitiable child. Don't worry, I understand. I know what it's like to live that way, so I'll accept it. You really are a pitiable child, right? To you, it probably looked like something made by a pitiable child. That's right. If 100 people were to read Oni-chan's diary, 100 people would probably think the same thing. I used to live like that too. But you know, despite all that, Maria Oni-chan summoned a world of happiness. Don't deny that magic, that happiness.
Such a stubborn child you are. Very well. This is the last one. I'll tear apart the source of the truly foolish magic that you and Maria believed in. Sumadera Kasumi, read this page, okay?
What's this colorful page? What's this? Magic too. Always be friends with my beloved mother.
Stop it! Not that page!
This magic is really simple, isn't it? It looks like even I could do it. Even I can remember an incantation this short. Shall I give it a whirl?
It really is a short incantation, isn't it? Okay, give it a try. Let's have everyone spit it out.
With expressions that ridiculed it from the bottom of their hearts, the Black Witch and Kasumi tapered their mouths, and they said it out loud. Huh? I'm good. I'm good. Raxus stared blankly, asking what the hell that was supposed to be. Then Katsumi answered, cackling. This is supposed to be an incantation! Are you kidding me? Come on! Why did you guys try it too? I can't miss I can't miss Emma Beatrice's voicing moments. I gotta lock in. She's never gonna appear again after this. I'm good. Lock in. Emma Beatrice is on screen. I must listen. We're good. Continue.
A stupid moaning voice. Too bad that if you do this over and over again, people will think you're a pathetic, stupid kid. Are you a moron? Stop it! At least don't belittle that magic.
It was a day of a picnic when Maria One-chan and Aunt Rosa were alone. Because I tanked this like a champ, but I'm noticing this. Yeah, literally. Shut up. I'm talking to the opening. I will never cry in this game. I will never cry in this game if it's not related to Rosa. Nothing else. Nothing else. Trust. On job, trust. Only Rosa gets tears out of me. Natsuhi is nothing, bro. Natsuhi fell off so hard. I'm taking her off my Twitter banner. It's only Rosa. It was the day of a picnic when Maria, Onen-chan, and Aunt Rosa were alone. It was written that this was one of the top 5 happiest days of her life. Onen-chan was singing a song she just learned from her mama. Her mother had been delighted, but partway through, Maria forgot the lyrics. But since she saw her mother was so happy, she tried to sing until the very end. If she used the ooh to hum the rest of the song, and Rosa was happy with it and found it cute, and that's why she kept singing. The lyrics are on their head and trying to lot. That room it has an inconsistency the fishes to their mother. Of course, he was understood for a lot of money. And Rosa eventually tired of hearing it, and eventually started scolding Onen-chan when she said it. But to Onen-chan, it was a memory of a fun that she'd never forgotten. So among the spells that Maria had created, it was the Kasumi stuck her fingernails into that page too. Stop it. Don't tear it. At least spare that page. No way! With a shrill sound, a girl's world of happiness was erased.
Is this your magic of happiness? Hilarious, hilarious! There's no way there could be magic to make you happy, right? Magic is made out of anger and hatred, right? Happiness is what you call the feelings of release you get only when you're pushed all the hatred you bear onto other people. The happiness you all are talking about is a phantom that doesn't show up outside of picture books.
As Kasumi laughed her head off, she slammed the grimoire against the ground and stepped on it.
Can't stand it. Hey, you can't stand it, right? You white witches of happiness. If you can't stand it that much, why don't you show us your magic? If it exists, then you have to show us, right? A witch who can't use magic isn't a witch at all. That's why we're the real witches. You're just brats trying to escape reality with a dream.
Then, if I can show you magic, will you believe in Onen-chan's magic?
Huh? Yeah, sure. I'll believe. If you can use magic and show me, that is. Let's see it, you stupid brat!
Silently, slowly, I stood up. Sensations of this cramped world, such as the pain in my body, felt truly trifling. Oh, looks like you still got enough energy to stand up, Miss Great Witch.
Now that you're stood up, what are you going to show us? Show us some magic!
Magic exists. Huh? What's this kid saying? Did you guys hear that?
Silence! Huh? Isn't this interesting? You people always refuse to show this power of miracles because of the magic-resistant toxin. Disciple of the White Witch Mariam, let's see some magic. Do you have any clue how many humans have believed in that miracle before being betrayed? Everyone believes. Everyone is betrayed and despairs, and they learn that true magic can only be gained by the power of black witches like me.
Hating someone with your hatred is nothing more than a sin. That isn't magic. I'll show you real magic. The Black Witch winced slightly. However, Kasumi sneered at me even more. Then let's have a look. So what kind of magic will you show us? Magic to make candy from the sky? Or else magic to make cookies multiply? What? The instant I opened my eyes, a tremendous wind arose. What is all this all of a sudden? Come, arise, the 7 sisters of purgatory.
What?
There was a flash behind me, and in an instant, 7 pieces of high-level furniture were gathered there. It was a power that far surpassed the magical strength I had in my prime. It was a power that matched even Maria One-chan and Beatrice. The 7 sisters of purgatory are right here! Ange-sama, you said it once, because I lacked magical power and resolve. I couldn't use you for your or your sisters. This isn't some cheap emotion like wanting to get back at my bullying classmates. In order to protect Maria One-chan's mariachi sorcery world, I now order you to show me the miracle of magic. It's impossible, no matter what you try before such a massive toxin. The 7 sisters also remembered what had happened in that classroom. If they could have obeyed Ange's order, they would have. However, surrounded by the toxin that runs thick in humans, they hadn't been able to display the miracle of magic. And they remembered very well how deeply they had hurt Ange. But Ange spoke very quietly. In that case, you all believe too.
Huh?
Mariachi sorcery was created to bring people happiness, and also to fight the Black Witch. In order to show the miracle to the foolish Black Witch, who denies the world the one of the founders, the Witch of Origins Lady Maria gave birth to, and in order to protect that world, believe in magic, in witches, in miracles right now. When Kasumi gave an order to the black suits, one of them took out a gun and pointed it at Ange. You'll show us magic, alright? Then let's have it. Use magic to shoot this man down with a fireball or lightning or something. You get 1 chance. Show us before I count to 3. Got it? If you can't, then you'll best prepare yourself, okay? Shoot.
What's with this kid? She's lost it.
The black suit pointed the gun, laughed at Angie's detached attitude.
Are you serious? This girl's lost her mind. In that case, get yourself shot. If only you just die. Angie, it's impossible. You can't block bullets with magic.
No, there's nothing to be afraid of. Compared to my magic, the 7 Sisters of Purgatory bullets are nothing. Ange-sama! Meiman was perplexed by Angie's absolute trust. If she could comply, she would have, on that day as well. But because she had been unable to do anything, she had hurt Ange.
You brat. If you can use magic, let us have a look right now. What's wrong? We're telling you to show us magic, right? Come on, no need to hold back, okay? Boom! Show us some magic!
The black suits jeered at her, but Angie simply concentrated her mind in silence.
If only you just shoot! She's even telling you to try and shoot you guys!
This kid's already lost her mind from fear. Bye-bye, Angie-chan. Go and pretend to be a witch as much as you want in heaven. Fire.
You sure?
Fire! Die, Angie!
If you can do it, then give us this magic of yours a try!
The black suit cocked the gun and sneering pulled the trigger. The sounds of gunfire rang out and the world stopped. A red spray scattered out and chunks of flesh flew.
Huh? What are you doing, Mayman? Don't tell me you let a boorish pebble of a bullet like this reach Angie-chan.
Lucifer lined up the bullet perfectly and with a single swing sliced it. And in the chest of the black suit who had apparently fired the gun was a hole as big as a fist.
Every now and then, I get to go first.
Half of Leviathan's body was covered with blood and a cold smile was on her face. Then slowly, the pitiful prey that she had brought down fell over.
You pierce a human! Idiots! Do you still not believe in our master's magic power? Are you kidding me? You materialize in front of this many humans!
What is this? What? Kasumi and the rest were flustered. He certainly seemed to have fired the gun. However, it hadn't hit Angie. And why was the person who fired hurt instead? This is magic. Great job, Leviathan.
I am most honored. You foolish humans who dare oppose our master, now is the time of judgment. Prostrate yourselves. Why? You shouldn't be able to bring magic into the world of humans. They shouldn't be able to see magic. They shouldn't be able to be touched by magic. Why?
Because this is true magic.
What are you people doing? Kill! Kill!
One of the black suits who had finally come to his sense pulled his gun aimed. Like I allow you the disrespect to point a gun barrel at our master. Die! Those words were a requiem. The man's chest had already been pierced by Lucifer, who had become the stake of pride in an instant. Thump. With the sound of the second person falling, the black suits now realized for certain that their lives were in peril.
Save me!
The instant one of the black suits doubled over in shock and turned on his heels to escape from that place, the stake of sloth. Be thankful that your violence against our master will be repaid with this alone. Die! In his right eye, a hole as big as a walnut opened and his head split. Belphegor was sprayed with blood and her face twisted demonically with the joy of being able to use her full power.
Who's that? Who's there? Where are you?
The black suits were flustered, pointing their guns in every direction, but they didn't understand what was happening. They knew that something terrifying was coming for them from somewhere, but they didn't know where.
Dumbass! The enemy is right before your eyes! The witch's furniture is after you!
But they couldn't see. Because they didn't believe in magic, they could not see. Just as the Black Witch said, Satan was standing boldly right in front of the black suit. However, the black suit couldn't see her at all.
Did you think humans could see our forms? That they could follow us? Stupid humans! Time to pay a fool's price for forgetting your awe of magic! What is this? What's going on?
You can't see it because you have no love.
Impossible! Even though there are so many humans here, even though the magic resistant toxin is everywhere, why can you manifest your magic? Who are you?
A witch, and unlike you, a real one.
What? Damn it, you bitch!
As though announcing his candidacy for becoming the fourth victim, one of the black suits pointed his gun at Angie. And the trigger was, Angie glared at him coldly and simply ordered,
Die!
Next one, Satan. Satan of Wrath already right here. Blockhead, you think a simple bullet could kill Angie-sama for all? I pressed next too early. The stick of anger pierced and smashed the bullet fired by the black suit and continued straight on towards the man's face. Know your foolishness and regret in hell. Die! With a terrible explosive sound, the upper half of the man's head was smashed. Bathed in scattered flesh and blood, Angie quietly asked one more question. Hey, Aunt Kasumi, do you still not feel like believing in magic?
There's no way it's so ridiculous!
ridiculous could exist! I won't accept it! There's no way magic exists!
Yeah, that's right. There's no way magic exists. There's no way witches exist. Magic exists. Witches exist. Look at you.
That's right! Magic exists! Witches exist! And in this world filled with anger and happiness, it can become the key that opens the door to the world of happiness. I won't let someone like you deny that.
The key to a world of happiness lies in every person's hands. No one has any right to steal that away.
You pitiful human who cannot understand this. If there had been magic in your life, it would probably have turned out differently, becoming much more peaceful. When I think that in your entire life, you were never able to meet with a true witch, I pity you. Kasumi let out a piercing scream. At the same time, two of the black suits came from me at once, thrusting their guns at my head, like they were trying to use me as a hostage against something their eyes couldn't see. Against the 7 snakes of Purgatory who had now reached the level of weapons, this was completely pointless.
Damn it, where are you? Keep on attacking and this bitch is dead! Show yourself!
What the hell is he saying? And his guts look so tasty too. Ange-sama, leave the next one to me. Go ahead, kill him. Thank you very much, I'm so happy. Die! The man's chest split and his guts poured out. This terrible way of dying threw the other man into a total panic. However, Asmodeus' form was already at his back, grasping his neck and smiling obscenely. What a cutie! Hey, where do you want to get pierced? Ange-sama, got any ideas? The head. Certainly, my master! Die! The final black suit had his head smashed by the stake of lust, and as his insides scattered, he twisted and fell. In the gruesome world where 6 people lay in the sea of blood, witch and human confronted each other. Sumadera Kasumi, I sympathize with your sad life from the bottom of my soul. I'm willing to grant you magic that can seal up that unfillable hole in your heart, if you can believe, that is. Don't be ridiculous! I would never accept something like this! As Kasumi, who was scared out of her wits, stepped backwards, she picked up a handgun that someone had dropped. Then, shaking, she pointed it at Angie.
That's right, Kasumi. Shoot with that gun. Turn your hatred into a bullet and shoot.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you! If I don't kill you, I'll never be repaid back for the life I've lived!
Yes, kill! Pull the trigger! Take all of the anger and pain from your shabby life until now! Use it all against her! If you don't, you won't be released from your pain and anguish!
Stop it, Aunt Kasumi. You mustn't listen to the Black Witch. I'll kill you! I'll kill you! Because of your mother! My entire life has been a wreck! In that case, my magic might be able to turn that life into something bright and peaceful bit by bit, starting now. If you can believe in magic and just have a change of heart, I'll be able to open the door to a new world for you.
There's no such thing! The salvation she speaks of is obviously just some fairy tale! Your life is going to be covered with thorns until you die anyway! Let her heart hear that cry of agony! You can't regain anything that was lost, right, Sumadera Kasumi?
That's right, you might not be able to regain anything. However, I know you'll be able to create something new. So, Aunt Kasumi, throw that gun away. I might be able to teach you too about a world of happiness. You know, because your mother went away, I was forced to marry her fiancé in her place. There was a man I swore I'd spend my life with, and I was forced to break up with him. You think you understand how I feel when I was forced to be wed in your mother's place? It was held by a man I had barely even talked to. I wanted to kill her, but Ness-san just went and died on her own. That's why I'll kill you! Otherwise my thorn-filled life will never end! From Kasumi's eyes, tears of passion dripped down. So pitiable. This person's tears were so clear and beautiful, but for that very reason, she hadn't been able to fully withstand her sad pain, and had been given no choice but to listen to the Black Witch's temptation. So sad. In that case, I'll at least release you, your soul, for all eternity, and free you from the bonds of resentment. That might be the only bit of charity I can give you right now.
Die, Shinomiya Ange!
Goodbye, Aunt Nut Kasumi. Take a long rest in a quiet world. I no longer feel anger or hatred for you. I just want to let your soul rest in peace. Kasumi's handgun spat fire. Slowly, that bullet continued through a world of frozen to the utmost limit, aiming for Ange's forehead. Maimon?
Yeah! Maimon of Greed, right here!
Thanks.
Huh?
Because I met you and Sakutaro, I was able to understand everything.
Ange?
Look away, Sakutaro. Maimon, release that woman. And protect the honor of mariage sorcery.
Yes! Prepare yourself, Sumadera Kasumi!
Even though the world was frozen, the stick of greed flashed like lightning and had already gotten behind Kasumi. If there's any virtue in you, we'll meet again in the mountain of purgatory.
Die!
The upper half of Sumadera Kasumi's head was smashed. Her cage of flesh was shattered, and she was finally released. Next is you, the Black Witch.
No!
By now, I think even the fact that you look like Aunt Eva is inexcusable to her.
If my form still looks like Ushinomiya Eva, that means you still haven't been able to forgive me inside yourself. I understand, Angie. Even you want to be released from your thorn-filled life more than anything. In that case, I thought of something interesting. I'll show you magic as well. I won't be the one to kill you.
With the worst of smiles on her face, the Black Witch changed her form into something like a black mist, or else a vast swarm of black flying insects which began to swirl around me. Then the black mist began to gather bit by bit, shaping itself into the form of a human. What's this supposed to be?
You got at least a big idea, don't you? It's the woman you hated and despised the most. The woman who hated and despised you the most.
When the black mist cleared, over there was Aunt Eva's form as she had been during her life. Her hands were holding a gun. Aunt Eva died.
Long time no see, Angie. I've come back from hell to kill you.
Aunt Eva glared at me with a mad laugh. But I'm not that surprised. Aunt Eva was that kind of person.
I imagine my funeral came as quite a relief to you, right? I feel the same, since I never have to see your face again. But I had just one regret. And this is it!
Killing me? Was that your last request? How pitiful. Even after death, my aunt wasn't released from her pain.
The Black Witch's power is itself the source of my magic. Anger and hatred taught me how to work hard and persist, completely different from this magic to escape reality that you speak of.
The magic you speak of is nothing more than stress reduction through outbursts of anger. Our magic is different. It can remake the entire world. It's in a totally different class than your wicked magic.
In that case, let's settle which is the victor right now, black or white. You see my black magic miracle reviving even after death and pointing a gun at you like this. How exactly do you intend to stop that with the miracle of white magic? I've surrounded you with the magic-resistant toxin. You can't call the Seven Sisters anymore. That miracle just now won't occur again.
Having it occur despite all that is why it's called magic. Okay, Maimon, lend me your power. But Maimon did, but nobody came. She didn't appear. Certainly, as she'd said, the magic-resistant toxin had burned everything up like a wasteland parched by a blazing sun. This might be a little tough. It's useless to call out. Never again. The seven sisters of purgatory will never answer. And being able to call them even so is what makes it magical, right? Thank you, Samus. Thank you. How pitiable. So long, Angie. The few days we spent together were fun in their own way. This is goodbye. Aren't you glad that the end of the line for you turned out to be this place? Yeah, seriously. How thoughtful of you. Thanks! Then this is farewell. The barrel of the gun rose slowly so that you could see all the way down it. Then, the trigger was slowly... At that moment, the gun exploded. It wasn't that it fired. It burst. You're kidding me. In shock, inside a frozen space, Eva looked at the ruptured gun. When time melted, the fragments would probably smash into her face all at once. Maimon of Greed, right here. You're kidding me. Behind Eva's back, Maimon stood. She had already penetrated the target I had given her, which was the gun. Is this enough magic for you, Aunt Eva? Then time melted. The fragments of the burst gun and exploding gunpowder burned her face. Letting out a small, shrill scream, she covered her face and rolled around. It was pitiful. Your luck was bad. This is game over, Aunt Eva. I signaled to Maimon, so that Eva would be freed quickly from the pain of her burnt face as she writhed around. Thank you, Maimon. This time I want to apologize again, and from the bottom of my heart, for calling all of you powerless on that day in the classroom. You were excellent furniture for protecting witches. I'm the one that's grateful. I feel truly honored at being able to meet a good witch, a good master in the end, and at being able to fulfill my duty as furniture. Maimon had understood. This would be the final job I'd give her. Maimon quietly walked up to me. Then she looked down at Eva. Aunt Eva, thanks for sticking with me for so long. This is farewell. Have a nice dream. See you in hell. Cool. Then the light sound of her forehead being bored into rang out. Then the battle of gunpowder and smoke and fury of white and black magic ended. I get the feeling it was truly a long journey. And the world slowly sank into darkness. Ruby. The stars that should have been sparkling lay not in the sky, but were scattered beneath me. When I realized that the pearl and Whoa! Ruby cameo! I cannot believe this. When I realized that the pearl and ruby made a red and white stream, I noticed that it was a vast nightmare scene spread out below. What? I was in the sky of the nightmare scene, neither standing nor flying. It was in the sky of that nighttime scene, neither standing nor flying, but simply floating. From nowhere in particular, I could hear a truly dual applause. I know. It's the one who ordered me to go on a journey. Burn Castle. Congratulations, Endless Witch Ange Beatrice. At the end of your travels, you understood everything about magic. Yes, I now understand everything about magic. I am a witch. The last witch who inherited the magical world created by mariage sorcery. No one besides you can hear Beatrice's world to pieces. Because I know witches, I learned how to resist them. Magic is made of love and sadness and anger. No matter how cruel witch Beatrice might have been, the source of her magic is exactly the same. And that's why I wish I could leave that world of hers alone. After all, in her eyes at least, the world is complete. But then you'll have to give up on your family. That's right. So I don't like doing it, but I have to fight. The very reason I left on this journey to become a witch was so I could bet on that first chance that I'd be able to take my family back someday. Unless you kill Beatrice, only words of isolation can exist for you. As one who has traveled to billions of fragments, I guarantee it. I understand. I can't afford to have compassion. I must make my heart a demon and tear her heart to pieces. It's good that you're studying yourself. I was worried that as another witch like her, you might grow attached and lose your will to continue. I felt a bit hollow hearing that from a person whose face was almost always expressionless. Berncastel, the mysterious witch who invited me on this journey. At times I suspected that you might have lied to me. Why? I am the Ange of 1988, so even if I save my family, they will only be saved for the Ange of 1986. They won't be saved for me. So I've sometimes felt like I was being deceived. That is correct. I deceived you. But now I'm grateful. After all, in the end, you did teach me how to get my family back. I didn't teach you anything. If you know something, it's because you've reached that mental state by yourself as a witch. That mental state is different from my own. I personally can understand it, but if that's the truth, then congratulations. I'm not a player in this game, but a piece. You said that to me, right? Ma, there's a weird-ass cat outside! Yes, I said it. Now I finally understand that role. A piece doesn't need emotions. It just has to give its all for victory's sake. Yes, that is correct. A game requires that you each make the best possible moves, right? If your moves get distorted by hesitation and confusion, your opponent will be confused as well. Sorry, Beatrice, but don't hate me. Ushirmiya Angie still needs her family, so I have the right to fight you so that I can take them back. And you have the responsibility to be challenged by me to a fight, so don't hate me. In exchange, if you do win this game, I'll give you my blessing as well. Come on, let's go. As the piece I am, it's finally time for my turn, my true turn. Sorry, Beatrice. I won't hand Oni-chan over to you! The world widened. It wasn't white. It was a gold color as bright as could be. There was the beautiful Oshiramiya family rose garden. However, the flowers and the roses were all gold. The nectar was also gold colored. The butterflies gathered there were gold as well. This is the Golden Land. The promised land that the witches of mariage sorcery had finally guided to. There, all wishes are granted and all magic and dreams are born. You're back. We are so back. In the Garden of Gold Roses were two and only two witches. Let me drink water. We're back. Lock in here, oh boy. In that Garden of Gold Roses were two and only two witches. I appeared as an uninvited guest, making that atmosphere tremble with unrest. What was to them? Oh, right, I forgot. I wanted to talk about that scene. The seven witches, the seven snakes in Purgatory scene. It seems distasteful for me to, immediately try to give it a real explanation. So I won't, but just know that it instantly came to me and I understood what was going on. Well, that is all. We move on. What was to them a wind of misfortune shook the golden roses. The incredible beautiful scene formed by the golden rose petals scattered by the wind was clearly something not of this world. The two had been taking a walk on a path of golden roses noticed me and were surprised.
Ange? Beto, it's Ange!
How did you get here? Leave us alone. I shall no longer invite anyone here. Beato spoke coldly. She seemed like a completely different person from the boldly sneering woman she had once been. She had closed off her heart and shut herself up in a world where she was alone with Maria One-chan. A world where she could always be alone with a friendly Maria One-chan. Lecturing about magic while drinking tea, with no one to hurry them and nothing to hold them back. A world where not a single person who might hurt them existed. Yes, to the two of them it was a small, perfect universe. Sorry, I can't have you shutting yourself up in here. We can't continue the game unless you come back. Excuse me. I said I stopped because I was tired of it. I will not return to the game again.
Beto will always be here with me. Here, we'll drink tea together and think lots of ways to play. You can play with us too, Ange.
Maria, I believe I said that mustn't happen. I am satisfied as long as I have you alone. Say that you two are satisfied as long as you have me.
Yeah, thank you. The only person who needs me as that much is you, Beto. So I'll be with you. Just as is enough.
Maria, thanks. I am grateful. Beato held Maria tight, even created a small warm universe between their jointed arms. It was probably the birth of the smallest universe in the world. The smallest universe in the world which a pair who needed each other could give birth to. No matter how small it was a complete world. But I had to tear it apart. Sorry, but I can't let it go on like this. I came to smash this golden land of mariage sorcery. Why? Are you going to break my world? Are you saying that this world is causing anyone other than Maria and me trouble? You left Oni-chan waiting all this time in a game you started and then abandoned without finishing. If you don't return to your seat and the contest won't end for all eternity. There is no longer a single player in that game. Butler vanished and I did as well, coming here. That game is already over. It is not over! You started that game, didn't you? Take proper responsibility and see it through to the very end. Will you defeat Butler and give birth to the world you truly wished for? Or will you be defeated and everything swallowed up by your magic released? Take responsibility on to the very end.
Don't, Ange. Beto will spend her time in this world alone with me for eternity. And I don't need anyone else as long as I have Beto. Here, all wishes are granted. Everything is here.
This golden land is made up of nothing more than the crystallization of Beatrice's and Maria One-chan's thoughts. To drag Beato out of this world, I have to destroy it. I will destroy this golden land, which must be a final peaceful world in Beatrice's eyes. One-chan, that's wrong. This golden land is a liar. It won't grant the one's wish you truly want granted.
That's not true. Anything can be granted here. Look, there's even a nice mama over there.
Good butterflies gathered behind Maria, forming into a kindly smiling Aunt Rosa. After smiling sweetly at me, it became golden petals and crumbled.
Here, anything can be created. Even Angie, even Butler, even George Oni-chan, even Jessica Oni-chan. You can summon as many as you want, and everyone is nice. You come too, Angie, and let's play together.
Sorry, One-chan. What about Sakutaro? Upon hearing Sakutaro's name, One-chan looked like she was choking. Stop it! Do not speak that name! Beato's expression changed as well, as she hugged Maria, guarding her. Sakutaro's name was still taboo for One-chan. Why can't I say it? It's the name of Maria One-chan's best friend. Why won't you invite that close friend to this wonderful golden land? Why in this golden land, where any wish can be granted, is Sakutaro the only one you cannot summon? That is... It's alright, Maria. You don't have to remember Sakutaro.
Sakutaro killed my mama.
Maria One-chan flew into a rage with a terrible expression on her face. Surprised by that voice, the butterflies throughout the garden flew up, blowing around like a typhoon of flowing petals. Yes, I know. Rosa took your precious stuffed animal Sakutaro and tore him apart. Maria's scream became a storm that finally scattered the golden petals and leaves. It truly was a storm of gold. Stop! 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 Why are you trying to reopen that woman in Maria's heart? Don't defile the sleep of this precious friend to both Maria and myself! In that case, why don't you revive that precious friend for her with your magic? I'd do it if I could, but that stuffed animal was an article Rosa created herself. The magical meaning of that individual object being torn apart is... Don't try to fool anyone. Why can't you revive Sakutaro? There's only one answer. It's because you aren't a real witch. I can revive him! With my magic I can revive him as often as I want, like this! I could even bury this garden in Sakutaro's. Yeah, I bet you could with your magic. But One-chan definitely wouldn't be able to see the Sakutaros you create. You know why, right? I'll say it again. It's because you aren't a real witch!
Stop it! Why do you keep saying such mean things, Angie? Rata can use a lot of magic. She's a wonderful witch. She couldn't revive just Sakutaro, but she can do absolutely anything else. So I can at least do without Sakutaro.
No, One-chan, that's wrong. There's nothing a witch can't do. As soon as she couldn't do that, it was clear that Beatrice wasn't a real witch.
That's wrong. It's because Sakutaro's stuffed animal vessel was something Mama made specifically herself and
that's why she can't revive him? Is Beatrice's your magic so inconvenient? In that case, are you saying that you can revive Sakutaro? Are you saying that you can do that with your magic? I can. What? Maria One-chan, I'll show you some real magic. I'll revive Sakutaro for you!
Really? And Beatrice couldn't do it, right? Really?
Yes, I can. In exchange, promise me, once I revive Sakutaro,
Yes!
leave this golden land. I will not permit that. This world is Maria's and mine. If Maria leaves, I will break. It will break. The minimum number of humans it takes to create a universe is 2. Otherwise, this world is destroyed. To drag out the witch shut away in the golden land, I'll have to destroy this world. Yes, that's the proof that you aren't a witch. A real witch can create a universe alone. The Maria Sorceria Alliance of Witches. The very existence of this alliance proves that you aren't a real witch.
No! I wanted Maria over! I hate you! You right now! Get out of here!
Dragging everyone into a game of your own accord and getting bored and chasing them out with your mood changes. How selfish can you be? Take a look, Beatrice. And you, Maria One-chan. This is true magic!
Will you really revive Sakutaro?
There's no way she can! This is a golden land for Maria and us alone! There is not a single spell that can an outsider like you can use! As you are now, you couldn't even create a single butterfly!
Be quiet, Bato! Don't get in Ange's way!
When Maria yelled, the storm suddenly stopped and the area returned to silence. The scene, as a massive number of golden petals had been blown upwards quietly drifted down, was fantastical, as though a golden snow was falling. Maria, thinking about this unlikely, if only miracle, had unconsciously joined her hands together as though praying. Beato watched Maria do this, her heart racing. If the extremely unlikely were to happen, Maria would... this world would... But it's unthinkable, huh? Absolutely impossible! That stuffed animal, which had been the only one in the world, was torn apart and thrown away, and not a thread remained. Reviving it was certainly and absolutely impossible. This is my golden land! A world where magic that isn't mine certainly cannot exist! If you can do it, then let's see what you've got, Oshirame Ange! At about to scream like cry, the world lost its sound. It slowly recited the incantation for true magic. Come, try to remember Maria's close friend, Sakutaro. Try to remember what form you had. Try to remember what a lovable stuffed animal you were. Expressions of shock rose to both of their faces. Then, pushing Bato's elbow aside, Maria dashed forward. Sakutaro! Then, she clung to us both. It's alright. Sakutaro isn't going to disappear.
What are you? Maria, I'm home. Sakutaro!
It was unmistakably that stuffed animal lion, Sakutaro. Its softness, its texture, its stitches, its everything, Maria had forgotten. But the instant she hugged the stuffed animal, it all came back to her vividly.
Where are you? Maria, I'm home. Sakutaro! Sakutaro! Is your body alright? Does it hurt anywhere? Even though something so horrible was done to you, are you okay? Where are you? Ange revived you with magic, so I'm perfectly fine. My goodness! Look around, Sakutaro! From now on, I'll always be with you, Maria. Together for eternity. So, don't let go of me, okay? Yeah. Let go. For eternity.
Then, still hugging Sakutaro, she looked up at me with tear-filled eyes.
Thank you, Ange. Ange's magic is amazing. How can you revive Sakutaro? And Bato couldn't do it.
Okay. I already knew how, but just in case they have a different explanation or if they just say what I'm about to say, I'll say it now. I was already loving this scene because it shows, something I said long ago about Beatrice. That Beatrice holds no love in her heart. The existence of Sakutaro is an act of pure love. So the fact that Beatrice has no true love in her heart because, of everything that happened in Kuwadorian, that's the whole point of the story, that she's learning how to love. She cannot revive Sakutaro because she doesn't have the love needed to revive him. All the time she has revived people has been through hatred and, for the purpose of just killing them again. Reviving something because of love, she is not capable of it. Ange is. She holds love in her heart now. Now that she's known what real magic is, she now holds true love in her heart, and that's why she can revive Sakutaro. And I also like this because it shows that the original creation of Sakutaro was also made with pure love. And that is all I will say on the matter. Let us move on. Impossible. Impossible. How can a human other than me use magic in my golden land? This is completely impossible. What are you so flustered about, Beatrice? This is magic, right? There's no way that's magic. This is my golden land. A world where magic that isn't mine certainly cannot exist. And my magic was not able to revive Sakutaro. There's no way it could. That stuffed animal was a special stuffed animal. Rosa made it for her daughter's birthday, and in the entire world only... See? It's magic, right? With this miracle that she could not easily accept, Beato understood all of my magic. She looked at Maria and Sakutaro's innocently frolicking around, looked at me, and then fell to her knees, with even her hands pressed to the ground, and cried.
Beatrice, this really is magic, right? It's magic, right? Beatrice!
Indeed, it is magic. That is real magic.
Why can Ange use a magic that even Beato couldn't? Why? Why? Ange's amazing. Ange's amazing witch. A real witch who's much, much more amazing than me.
Yeah, that's right, Ange-chan. I am the witch of resurrection, Ange. There's nothing that can't be revived by me.
Amazing! Incredible! Even Beato said that the magic of resurrection was the hardest. Ange's incredible! A real, really real great witch!
At that time, Maria and Sakutaro's forms flashed gold, and the forms of the two became golden flower petals that crumpled away. As the two became a golden wind, JoJo reference, as the two became a golden wind and swirled together, they left for some other peaceful place, not here. Beato had, as promised, banished Maria from the Golden Land. Goodbye, Maria One-chan, and be happy forever. Don't worry, you definitely exist in One-chan's world too, but that doesn't refer to you. I am happy for you, Maria. As your close friend, I celebrate this reunion from the bottom of my heart. On Beato's face was a mixture of what could probably every expression a human could muster. It was joy, anger, and sadness. That's the source of magic, isn't it? Without love, without sadness, without anger, magic cannot be seen. The ground shook, an earthquake, and gradually summoned greater and greater fissures, and began to tear Beatrice's final paradise apart. Golden butterflies fluttered about trying to escape, but there was nowhere to escape to, and Beatrice was the same. The golden land began to crumble away. The earth crumbled downwards like a floor falling through, and Beatrice was sucked into the depths of the jet-black darkness. Then she was mercilessly slammed against the jet-black floor. It was a dimly lit, smoking room. There was no doubt door to exit by, and while there was a window to let no light into Beatrice's shadowy, smoky room. Even though Beato was moaning from the pain of being slammed against the cold, hard floor, she shakily rose to her feet. There was a seat there, and the game table, still just as it had been when she left it. The game board also remained in the same state that Beato had left it in. That's your seat? Sit. So, this is the only seat for me to sit in? Beato put a hand against her own seat and laughed sadly. Win or lose, that's all you've been given. A tie during the process of reaching that point will probably be permitted. However, you won't be allowed to suspend the game and throw it away. Will you win and survive or lose and disappear? Until one of those two things happens, you will not be permitted to rise from that chair. That should be your only duty as the host of a witch's game, as the Golden Witch Beatrice. Laughing weakly, Beato sat in her seat. Then she reached her elbows and covered her face with both hands, showing off a smile with nothing but her mouth. Not permitted to escape an unwinnable game. Then, Very well. Why don't I repeat this until I lose? Quit being so faint-hearted. Win! Use the best moves you have. You started this game. You have a duty to make the best moves possible. Give all that indecisive fooling around a rest. At that time, there was a violent sound. Balto felt a cold, pathetic sensation in her leg.
Gotcha! I finally got you, Balto.
How great Lady Lambda Delta is it to think that you are still here. Balto's foot was caught in an ice-cold steel shackle, tying her to their chair as she sat in. She would no longer be able to escape from this seat.
You won't be able to escape anymore, got it? I can be more persistent than I look. Surprised?
It's more surprising that you don't realize how persistent you look.
You are not permitted to leave early or suspend this game. You'll fight for all eternity in order to win, okay? You don't want to lose, do you? You want a little peek at that kind of wonderful world you'll be thrown into if you lose? Don't worry, you can win because I, the great Lady Lambda Delta, will be looking after you constantly until you win for all eternity.
But even if I wish to fight, there is no opponent seated across from me, correct? Don't worry, I found Butler. When Berenka still appeared and clapped her hands, Butler appeared from the sky and plopped into the opposite chair. Butler's eyes were slightly open, but there was no sparkle in them, almost like a doll's. Without one of the pillars that established his soul, he had fallen into the depths of darkness and had been drifting about all this time. He should have then scattered and disappeared like mist, but Berenka still had managed to scrape him together. It's incredible that she managed to bring him back into a human form. However, even though this flesh had returned, his soul had not. It had been blown away by Beatrice after having his existence denied. It wouldn't come back easily. Butler won't return from this fight either. Not until he defeats you. Just because your chances of winning are shrinking doesn't mean you'll be permitted the inelegance of abandoning everything and running. Even he doesn't want that. Isn't that right, Ushiromiya Butler? Butler didn't answer. His heart was still dead. His eyes wavered slightly at the question, but he couldn't answer. Butler! Get a hold of yourself! You are here, and the enemy is before your eyes! Fight! Fight to win! Butler lazily repeated that, speaking incoherently. He'd come back. The wound he bore in his soul was no small thing. This was only natural. Beatrice had woven her red, and he had been denied. He had learned that the mother he respected was not his birth mother. And he didn't know who he was. He was not Ushiromiya Butler. Don't talk stupid! You are Ushiromiya Butler, no one else! No matter who acknowledges that or denies that, make sure you believe it yourself. After all, you're the only one who can recreate your own world. Don't lose the world where you're Ushiromiya Butler! Then, who am I? I'm not my mom's child, right? Where was I born from? Butler asked that question as his eyes, which still hadn't regained their sparkle, stared lazily at the ceiling. Of course, she answered right away. Yes, that's right. Balto proclaimed it with the red truth, so I'll proclaim it too. Ushiromiya Butler is not Ushiromiya Butler. Ushiromiya Butler is not Ushiromiya Asumu's son. In that case, he is not qualified to be the opponent in my game, correct? Beatrice, repeat it! Ushiromiya Butler is not Ushiromiya Kinso's grandchild! We also already knew this? Because if anything, I was thinking that he was like directly the children of Kinso. But you know, it's still possible that I didn't think I denied that he. No, I did deny it. I just thinking that I said a lot of things last stream. I said that he could have been Kinzo's child directly, or just that, you know, Rudolph was a player. He could have gotten him from somewhere else, perhaps. I don't know. I'm just. This mystery is nothing burger. This is such a nothing burger mystery to me. This is nothing. It doesn't change anything in my thinking, whatever he came from. As Bato wrinkled her forehead, a painful-looking smile rose to her face. So he refused to repeat it. Bato proclaimed two red truths. You are not Asuma's son, and no one except Kinzo's grandchild, Battler, is qualified to be her opponent. So reacting to the stream did not stir us further. I don't care. This is, ever since last stream, I've just been stone-faced at this mystery. I don't get it yet. This is the one time I don't get it. I just don't get it. What are they doing here? Okay, whatever. The following theory will allow Battler to be accepted without creating any contradictions. Here's my blue truth. Listen to it! The one who is qualified to be Battler's opponent is Kinzo's grandchild, Ushiramiya Battler, and whether that person is Asuma's son or not is not an issue. In other words, you can be Kinzo's grandchild even if you are not Asuma's son, as long as you are Rudolph's son.
It was just a silly word game, wasn't it?
Your blue truth is valid. Bato, you're in counter-argument with your truth. If you cannot counter it with your truth, Battler's qualifications as an opponent will stand unchallenged. Battler was still out of it. He still couldn't really understand what she was saying for him. But even so, his spirit was starting to come back bit by bit. Then, who am I? Get a hold of yourself! You are Ushiramiya Battler! Yeah, maybe Mother Asuma didn't give birth to you, but so what? That doesn't change in the slightest the fact that she was a mother to you, right? For example, what is Ushiramiya Ange to you? You might not share the same blood, but she's still your little sister, right? It's not about blood, it's about bonds, right? Homestuck reference. That's right. Even though she didn't share the same blood, Ange is my little sister. Say it in red! Say that Ange is your little sister! Ange is my little sister! Huh. I could say it. She hugged Battler, who was still out of it, and slumped in his chair strongly from behind. I win, chatters! You're all ants under my feet! I will never stop. So much that it hurts. I don't know why Mother Asuma wasn't your birth mother, but still, up until today, and even now, you believe that she's your mother, right? In this world, there are plenty of people without even a mother, without even a family. Did Mother Asuma ever let you feel lonely? Never, right? Don't throw your peaceful family away so easily. Your family bonds have gotten too thin after leaving your family for 6 years. You have to feel those family bonds much more strongly. Remember, for Mother Asuma's sake as well, don't lose your love over a foolish witch's rant like this. You're right. Mama's always by my side. Where is this place? It's dark, and I wanna go home. Where's all my family? The light still hadn't returned to Battler's eyes, but tears appeared. Your little sister is waiting at home for you to come back. Even if you don't come back, she'll be all alone forever. For your little sister's sake, please, win this witch's game! Ange, my little sister. But I still don't get it. Why do I have to keep repeating this incomprehensible, cruel game with Bato? I've had it enough. In that case, settle this game quickly and go back home! Ushiramiya Battler, how long are you going to play around in a place like this? Your little sister is waiting for you to come home! That's right. Battler had been caught up in this strange game before he even knew it, and still unable to understand why he was fighting. He had constantly sucked into the witch's pace, played with and made to fight. That should have been his most simple and first question, because he didn't understand that he had lost his purpose in fighting. That's why my voice won't reach Butler's ears. Instead of a vague purpose like winning against the witch or because he couldn't forgive her, he has to be aware of the purposes for which he must win. That's right. I want to go home. I want to go home to Mom and Dad and Angie. I've had enough. Enough of this place. I've had enough of witches. I've had enough of games and murders. Enough. Enough.
Butler's soul is starting to come back,
But it can't quite reach. You've had enough, right? Then fight so that you can return to your family. Destroy Beatrice and go home. No. I've had enough of witches. Enough of Beata. Enough of everything. And even you're probably just another one of the witch's allies. I could be betrayed again at any time. I can't trust anything. I can't trust any words that aren't read. Don't bother me. Don't bother me! Butler's soul howl. She hugged his head from behind, strong enough that it hurt. Hurry up and come home, Oni-chan! Don't leave me all alone! Huh? Who are you?
It's me! It's Angie! Dad and Mom and Oni-chan! No one came home! I'm so lonely! Please, hurry up and come home!
Angie? You're Angie?
That's right! I'm Angie! The Ushimiya Angie of a world where no one comes home! My entire family never came home from Ronkachiwa that day! The witch before your eyes stole away my whole family, even you! Only you can finish her, Oni-chan! Finish her! Take your family back! And then come home to me!
Battle did that to my family. As she says, I will not run away or hide from it. I stole Shiroya Angie's family away from her. Butler is my toy. His father and mother are both my toys. I won't give them back to you. You may continue to wander all alone forever while waiting the return of a family that will never come back. From Angie's arms that held him, the painful, sad days that had been experienced by his lonely little sister flowed into Butler. Because he'd been playing around in a place like this. His little sister had been left all by herself, had been forced to endure all that pain. Angie! Angie! Damn it! What am I doing? Thanks, Angie. Yoroni-chan has been forgetting something important this whole time. Butler tried to turn around, but Angie was hanging onto his head with an incredible force so that he couldn't turn back. Was it sweat? Hot drops were splashing on the nape of Butler's neck. What they were, he knew from holding Angie's arm that clung to him, because it stained Butler's hand and fingers red. Blood. Angie! Are you okay? Hey! It dripped and splashed. He didn't know what was going on. Butler didn't know because he couldn't turn around. But that hot drops that stained his entire back were surely blood. In order to save you, Oni-chan, in order to come home, to come here, there was a single rule. I had to follow. This is it. Letting you, Oni-chan, know that I was Angie. It was so hard. Oni-chan was right before my eyes. I couldn't even say that. As long as I followed this rule, I should have been able to stay by Oni-chan's side for all eternity. You and me together, to play in the game against the witch. For eternity, with Oni-chan. But that's no good. Oni-chan, you have to come back. Your sister's waiting for you at home. That person isn't me. But this way, your sister will be saved. Angie! Angie! There's so much blood! So much! So much! He wanted to turn around, but Angie was gripping his head too tightly. However, judging by the blood that was pouring out of Angie's pain breathing, he he realized that something seriously wrong was happening to her right now.
Don't worry. I am only a piece. You know, in chess, they have this move called a sacrifice.
What? Who cares about chess? Let's get you some first aid quickly. Let's go for a second, Ange. A sacrifice is an abandoned piece. For a technical gain, you intentionally accept the loss and let a piece go. In chess, the ultimate goal is victory. So if it can bring you to victory in the end, there's nothing wrong with sacrificing a few individual pieces. Ange had coldly made a decision. She had been taught over and over again that she was a piece, not a player. In order to act like a piece and say Butler right now, she would have to become a sacrificial piece herself. Butler had to know. His purpose in this witch's game couldn't be something as abstract as finishing off the witch. He had to win this game, release himself, and bring his family back home. Why? Because he had a family. A little sister was waiting for him to come back home. A being was created so that Ushirimiya Ange's voice could reach you. That's me, Ange Beatrice. I'll sacrifice the piece I am to give to you, the will to fight, to give you purpose. My purpose is to play with you in a witch's game for all eternity. I came to bring you Ushirimiya Ange's mourning and sadness. That is my unshakable purpose. Ange! Ah! The white thin arm that held Butler's became pale and transparent, almost like wax. And even so, the fresh blood stained it so cruelly.
I'm disappeared now, but Bunny-chan, fight with all you've got. And I'm sure you're coming back to me. I'll be waiting, as always. I'll plan on helping you out a lot more than this. But I couldn't do anything. Sorry.
Don't worry about that. You taught me, didn't you? You taught me why I have to win. And that I've got to win for certain and come back to you. What am I doing lazing about in a place like this? Yeah, I won't play around anymore, cause I'll come back. I'll come home. I'll definitely come home, bringing a souvenir. I promise.
I don't need one. So promise me one thing.
What? I'll promise anything.
In a second, I'm going to take my hand away. It must hurt, right? I held you so tightly. I held it so tightly. I'm okay. So you don't have to turn around. So, in the end, let me see the coolest part of you. Honey-chan, rise from your seat. Point at the witch before your eyes. And announce that the game will start up again.
Ange's hand slid and disappeared behind me. There were bloody fingerprints left behind, blurred by her fingernails. But I turned around right away to take care of Ange's wounds. Ange! Ange.
Ah, crap. And you even promised that you wouldn't turn around.
Ange. Where? Behind my chair, as though about 10 watermelons packed with blood had been smashed, and there was a sticky, pulpy mountain. And around that mountain of blood and mincemeat, the clothes and shoes Ange has been wearing lay crumpled as though she'd been taken off and thrown away. As though just a human's insides had been pulverized and tossed there like scrap. As though Ange, who had been standing there until a second ago, had been crushed. Excuse me. Ange? Where's Ange? Where did Ange disappear to? Hey! Where did Ange go? The two young-looking witches said nothing, and just silently looked at the mountain of blood and meat and clothes. but I didn't want to accept this. I definitely didn't want to accept it. I was right in front of you. I was watching the whole time. Watching what happened to Angie behind you.
Do you know? Where did Angie go?
While she still lived, pinch by pinch, massive red-hot pincers tore chunks of flesh the size of a thumb off her and threw them away. I was watching. I saw as countless cruel tools burned red-hot in the witch's furnace approach Angie from behind, and one bit at a time packed at her, twisted her, ripped chunks off her, and tore her to pieces. Angie should be proud. In order to share some last words with her brother, she stopped herself from gasping at that pain until the very end. She should be proud of that. If something like that could have happened. But on top of that mountain of flesh and clothes that had fallen there was without a doubt what she had been wearing on her head, those pink jeweled hair ornaments. To be honest, I thought they were just a bit too childish for her and didn't suit her, so I remembered them well. Why did Angie wear such a cheap hair ornaments all the time? No. The thought that this is Angie couldn't possibly be... You had a pretty blonde battle.
Patrick didn't see it, so you could have just said that she turned into butterflies and flew away or something.
You guys also saw that happened. You saw Angie get torn into little bits. You were watching, and yet you stayed so calm the whole time.
Without answering, Baron Castel Lambda Delta and Beatrice stared at me. Some in pity, others in derision, watching. Since she called herself Gretel, and after what had happened with Virgilia in the last game, I thought she might be Battle's underling, and I'd been wary of her, not trusting her even though she was an ally. And then, after learning that it truly was Angie, without even being allowed to see her face, I turned around and find something like this. Why does it matter? All that's about your little sister.
What did you say?
After all, you'll never return from this place for all eternity anyway. Whatever happens to your little sister in a world where you don't come home has nothing to do with you. As long as you play here, the Anges of countless worlds still live in isolation, and the same pain of her final moments just now will be forced upon her, spread over a period of more than a decade. However, that is of no importance, correct? It cannot be seen by you from here. You cannot observe it. An unobservable fact cannot be proven except by the red truth. Therefore, your anxiety over Angie's misfortune after this may be needless. She might surprisingly be able to live a casual life without ever having to work thanks to Rudolph's inheritance rights. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. There is not enough water in the world. That's a lie. From Angie's arm, every part of her sad future would have poured into me in an instant. It's all because I keep on lazying about forever and playing in a place like this. I never thought about anyone but myself. I must defeat her! I'll take back my family! Back to where Angie's waiting! And come home as soon as I can! Because even as I hang around with the witch like this, Angie's heart continues to be torn to bits by sadness. Angie, is this what you wanted to see? Towards the cruel witch who had indifferently spoken of Angie's brutal last moments slowly. And yet, with all my might I pointed. Beatrice! Indeed. Resume this game. I won't run away anymore, and I won't let you escape!
Bring it on! I can no longer escape or hide. Let us decide this between you and me for good. One shall win, one shall lose and be destroyed. No other resolution can exist.
I'll win. No matter how long it takes, I'll definitely smash you. There aren't gonna be any more compromises, interruption, or losses by default in this contest. I won't run away. I won't let you get away. Try and defeat me with everything you've got. There's absolutely no need for stupid tricks and deceit, for intermingling and acting friendly. You and I are enemies. I have to settle this as soon as possible and bring my family back to Ange. Unwavering resolve. Certain willpower. The certain willpower of a human becomes certain magical power. Oh crap. That leads to a miracle and promises that it shall be so. Yes, it's a promised certain miracle. Are my promises of victory not even 1 in a million? No, it is certain that there is not even a fragment of a miracle that could make my victory happen. Before I knew it, a cold stiff chain had bound my other leg without a sound, tying me to my chair. All that's left is to either be killed or lose to Butler, or resist and continue in an endless tie for all eternity. Or perhaps I should say it's to continue trying until I prepared my heart for death. Either way, I must fight to lose and nothing more. I have already been bound by the chains of eternity, and Butler won't let me escape either. Should I pathetically beg his forgiveness? Should I beg for compassion by appealing to his pitying heart? I need to read all of that again. Unwavering resolve, certain willpower. The certain willpower of a human becomes certain magical power that leads to a miracle and promises that it shall be so. Yes, this is the promised certain miracle. Are my chances of victory not even 1 in a billion? No. It is certain that there is not even a fragment of a miracle that could make my victory happen. Before I knew it, a cold, stiff chain had bound my other leg without a sound, tying me to my chair. That's also a Homestuck reference. All that's left is to either be killed and lose to Butler, or resist and continue in an endless tie for all eternity. Or perhaps I should say it is to continue tying until I prepared my heart for death. Either way, I must fight to lose and nothing more. I have already been bound by a chains of eternity, and Butler won't let me escape either. Should I beg for compassion by appealing to his pitying heart? Should I forget appearances and protest myself? Because of the chains, even that choice will not be granted me. Checkmate. This is a perfect stranglehold. However, I am the Golden Witch Beatrice, the demon lord of gold who reigns in the Golden Land. Even in a fight to lose, there is an attitude fitting for me. And I have the right to adorn my death in a manner suited for me. I am no different. I'll make you accept the existence of my magic, and the doors of the Golden Land will open on this island. You shall become the guest of honor in that first tea party. Everyone besides you has gathered already, you seem. Because the honored guest's arrival has been delayed, the tea party cannot begin. Your father, mother, cousins, and everyone else are getting tired of waiting for your arrival. Sure, that's perfect. That's just perfect. What the hell is magic? What the hell are witches? I'm done playing with you. Here we go, Beatrice! Come as hard as you want, for there will be no compromise, interruptions, or losing by default. One shall win, and one shall be destroyed. If you have no desires to lose, then you must defeat me. Kill me. However, I will not be killed so easily. Until you can prepare a fitting end for me, I can resist over and over again. Can you do it? No, you probably can. You surely can. Come on, come and kill me. Is it that hard? Then let's go with the usual. That's about I'd be killed. Even if I can't win, I can at least harass you enough to stop you from snatching victory, right? Oh, that's a good look on your face. Try and kill me. Try and kill me, you should me a bad luck. Obviously not doing that now. Interesting. Interesting. I do not think I have any parting words. No yapping, no yapping. I have no parting words, I don't think. Which is interesting. Is interesting. I'm excited to see what happens now. Goat is back. Beatrice's final speech there was very interesting. I wonder the significance of it. What I can say is that this not the episode, but the stream once again made me like Rosa even more than I already do. So that's good. Well, that is all. Let us check out Rosa Land, and then we're done here. Because my voice is shot. 1 second though. Okay, we're back. I've been drinking water this whole time. Yeah, whatever. What does this mean? If I was supposed to get what she saw in this stream, I did not. I might be washed. No, Beatriz. Why does she look so goofy there? This is cute. No, Beatriz. Have I not seen a manga panel of Ange before? Because she She's a little chopped so far. I'm not glazing how she was drawn like I've glazed everyone else. Oh, this is so... Oh. This sucks. I don't want to see this, bro. This is gore of my comfort character, Patrick. Calling my girl chopped. She's not chopped. The manga's not doing her justice. Oh, that's good. That's good. Going from that page to this one, just ooh, that's hard. I like that. Big fan of that final page. Ooh, am I gonna get gore? I like that. That's very good, very good. They colored it? Ooh, the artists know what they're doing. This is so good. I guess they're not showing it here either. That's insane! So good. Sick. That's so sick. Big fan. Why did I make you mad? What is he talking about? Anyways. Ah, look at that. Oh my god, she's so cool. Ooh, this page rules this page rules. What is his problem? What are we even censoring here? Sick. So sick. Ah, love. Okay, I got it. Okay, but I don't get what's going on here. I'm thinking. I don't really care too much about Ange, so I don't feel the motivation to figure it out. Perhaps in my off time, before next stream. And I liked my interpretation of that scene anyways. We'll see. But yeah, I felt this time for sure, but I don't really. You know me. Every time I miss something, I go insane trying to figure it out. I don't even want to move on until I figure it out. But this time, nah, I feel pretty content. About Ange, yeah, I don't care too much about Ange. Her moments with Maria were nice, but as a character, I did not get griped in my heart with her. Gripped, I mean. What is Sam saying? Come on! Can my playthrough not be unique? Does it have to be the same as everyone else? No. You get the whole package. You get the whole package of uniqueness of my. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. GG's and have a great night. I'll see you on next time.